3D boxing here with undefeated bantamweight and super bantamweight prospect Michael Angelletti out of Spring, Texas. How's it going today, champ?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Good, real good to see you. I know you were supposed to fight on that Vito Malnicki card in New Jersey on Christmas. Your opponent missed weight by like 8 pounds or something ridiculous like that. Talk about that. I mean, what happened there with your opponent, and you know, I mean, what happened on the scales?
Man, we had scheduled to fight at 124, and the day before weigh-ins, he asked, "Can we do 129?" And we was like, what, like 5 pounds extra the day before? I'm already at 124, and so me and my team talked it over, and we came up with a plan. We was like, we could take some of his money out of his check, and we'll come up to 129. And so he said, "Sure, let's do it." And that's what we said we'd do. So the next day comes, and he's not even 129. He's 133. And so it's like he's playing games, and we just like, you know what? Let's not even do it. He haven't even been cutting weight like I've been cutting weight, so we didn't want to take the risk. And my team, they all talked it over, and that was the decision that we made.
Right, and we were talking off air. You said, you fight at 122 now, but your best weight probably is 118. And when the big money fights come down the road, the title fights, things like that, you're wanting to fight at 118. So fighting a guy at 133 is 15 pounds bigger than you in the small weight class. I mean, that's like 10% of your body weight. I mean, that's a big difference. So yeah, at a certain point, yeah, I mean, it's just too much weight.
His first couple fights, or his last 2 fights, was actually at 122, and so we figured he can make 122 again. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what he went wrong at in his camp, but yep.
I wanted to ask you, you're out of Spring, Texas now. I know you're originally from Louisiana, but you fight out of Spring, Texas now. You're a national champion. There's another national champion named Roscoe Hill, also out of Spring, Texas. It's town about 50,000 people. What's going on in Spring, Texas now? All of a sudden, this town is putting out, national champions one after another.
Man,
like this.
It's Spring, Texas time. That's what it is. It's our time for the little guys. That's all it is. But
Spring, Texas.
We have a lot of little guys that's been a national champion in these last few years from this area.
But for those who don't know, Spring, Texas town outside of Houston, north of Houston, about 50,000 people. If you're in the Spring area or the Houston area, Woodlands, what have you, you're looking to buy or sell a home. Who's the best real estate agent to work with?
Man, the best agent would be me. I can buy, I can help you buy, I can help you sell. I can put your house on the market. We can get it off the market real quick. So yeah, just give me a shout and I can help you out.
I want to talk about that. Now I know you're originally from Louisiana, but you fight out of Spring, Texas now. Can we call you a Texan now? Is that all right? Can we call you a Texan?
You know what? You can. I'm half right now. I'm half and half. So I could be a little Texan.
I'll take it. Now you had a hometown fight, adopted hometown, Houston, Texas, on the Charlo Montiel card. What was that like, fighting on a big card like that early in your career like this? In your adopted hometown. What was that like? How cool was that?
Man, it was real cool. It was a really good feeling because it was my first pro fight with fans. My first 2 fights before that was in the bubble, and so my third fight, I get to come home with fans, and so the experience was real nice. My fight was probably the second loudest because I had a lot of people from home there. They had Angelo Leo fought on that card, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he fought on that card, and then of course Charlo fought on that card. And my fight was definitely the second loudest. Charlo's coming first, but I definitely had a crowd in there.
You had your Texans and your Louisianimals, right?
Oh, yeah.
You had your whole I wanted to ask you about that. You're at 122 right now. You said you go down to 118, and that's where you feel best at 118. You got a lot of big names on the PB side there. You have Rigo, you have Casimiro. There's a lot of big names. Is there anyone you want in particular at 118?
Only time will tell, but I think I can beat all those guys.
And Daenerys as well. Yeah.
Only time will tell, but I think I can beat all those guys. I actually helped Rigondeaux fight in camp. I helped him out for his Casimiro fight. And based on that sparring session, I know that I can beat all those guys, and so I feel real confident about that. And yeah.
You had a real deep amateur career, 2018 national champion, right? You fought everyone. You won national champions. Obviously, I mean, I would think PBC wants to move you along pretty quickly and get you into the title picture pretty quickly. Is there a goal in mind? He's like, I want to be a world champion by 2022, 2023. Right? I mean, what's kind of your goal?
We moving fast, but we taking our time. I would say within a year and a half, we should be fighting for a title for sure. At 118 or 122, either or, to be honest.
The skills are all there, obviously. And I kind of wanted to ask you about that, right? Because I see Michael Angelletti, I see a tall for the weight class, rangy fighter. You think he's going to fight from the outside, and you can, really quick. But you also fight really well on the inside, and you showed that on your last fight, which was back in September, right?
Yep, September 5th.
They were body. It's like Stephen Fulton. Like, people don't expect Stephen Fulton to be a really good body puncher. You're a good body puncher. You were throwing like double uppercuts. Like, what is your preferred style? Like, because I had this conversation with Fulton early in his career too. He's like, I can fight on the inside. It's like, okay, man. And then he can, right? And he beat. What is your preferred? If I said to you, describe your style in the ring, how would you describe it?
Man, I like to fight on the outside and the inside. Whatever. If I feel that I'm landing solid shots on the inside, then I'm going to do that. If I feel it's easier on the outside, then I'm going to stand outside. Or if I feel like mixing it up and giving the crowd something, then I'll mix it up and just what they like, the crowd like what I hear from the crowd. But I'm comfortable in the inside and the outside.
Yeah, I mean, it really is like you have all the tools, right? I mean, are people generally surprised on how good of an inside fighter you are? Because I think people see you and your speed and your size, and they expect you just to fight on the back foot on the outside. Are they surprised, how good of an in fighter you are?
Most people are, because they see the tall, lanky. But like I said, I'm a very big 118, 122. So I can sit there and I can push you back. I'm very strong for my size. I have a football background, so I did a lot of lifting weights, and I did powerlifting as well. And so I got a real solid foundation when it comes to weight and push weight and being balanced. So I think all that came into play in my professional career. But yeah.
I wanted to ask, obviously you had a sensational amateur career, like I said, 2018 national champion. You turned pro, during the pandemic in the bubble. What made you say, okay, now's the time. Now's the right time. I want to turn pro now?
I had a lot of different offers, and I pretty much did all I could do as an amateur besides go to the actual Olympics.
Yeah.
They had kind of postponed the Olympics, and I had also lost in Olympic trials, and so I had pretty much done all I could do as an amateur except for go to the Olympics. I fought in the World Championships. I fought all around the world. I fought in Nicaragua, Poland, Bulgaria, Russia. Been to different camps in Ireland and Great Britain, and so I pretty much did all I could do. So that it was time. It was time to turn pro.
And obviously turn pro at the right time. Like you said, you've already, 3-4 fights in, you're already turning heads. Like, you already got, like, especially the hardcores who like the smaller weight classes. I mean, you're kind of like the darling of the smaller weight classes. A couple of guys, I don't know if you know Bam Rodriguez, who's a 108 pounder, right? Like, wow, that's some really good young small fighters right now in a lot of weight classes. And then on top of it, you have the guys just a little older, who turned pro a little while ago, like Figueroa and Stephen Fulton. First of all, let me ask you, did you watch the Figueroa Fulton fight? Because that's about your weight class. Did you watch that fight?
Yes, I watched the highlights when I didn't get a chance to watch the full fight, but I did see the highlights, yeah.
Do you think the judges got it right? That was pretty controversial.
It honestly could have went either way. Figueroa, he was real busy. Not a lot of accurate shots. He was just throwing a lot. Fulton had the more I guess higher percentage shot he was landing, what he was throwing. And so based on the judges, it really depends on what you look at. But it could have went either way.
You look at those guys on the same promotional side of the street as you, right there. You said you can fight 18, but 22. Look at Fulton and those guys. Like, I'm ready for those guys. Like, you look at those like immediate competition. Like, you kind of gauge
definitely. I've been in the ring with a lot of top guys already. Like, one guy who stays in Houston now, Shakur Stevenson. He's bigger than both of those guys, and we put in a lot of rounds together. So if I'm going 10, 12 rounds with him, then I definitely could take the smaller guys, Fulton and Figueroa and Donaire and Rigondeaux and so on. And so, like I said, sparring these guys, my confidence is all the way up. And Rigondeaux, he's one of the best at 118, and then I got Shakur that I spar as well. He's the best at 130, and so I'm ready for these guys.
I mean, when you have that kind of spar, I mean, you just named 2 Olympic medalists right there, right? Rigo's a Hall of Famer. Shakur Stevenson, it's on his way. He's got Hall of Fame skill. He's really young. I mean, when you spar with those guys and then you go in the ring, is it like, this is easy? Like, I've sparred with literally the best boxers in the world.
When I get in the ring with other guys, it's definitely easy. Way easier. Especially with Shakur, I learned a lot with him. A lot of his tricks and stuff like that. I learned a lot, and I added to my arsenal. So,
I wanted to ask you this because people are surprised by this. How is Shakur's power?
He has decent power.
I've heard people say it's pretty snappy. You don't really think of him as a big hitter, but I've heard people say he's got pretty good power.
He got decent power. I feel like I don't think it's like crazy, but he definitely got some pop. Most of all, he's a technician. That's the main thing that I noticed. I don't really notice his power. I notice his technique and his sharpness, his distance, and his reflexes is really good. That's the main thing.
His reflexes are incredible. I mean, it's almost impossible to hit, right? How'd you do them? I mean, you hang in there, you hold your own with him?
We spar all the time. And so, yeah. he called me asking for work. Because he's in Houston, I guess there's not a lot of little guys around his size who he can get work with, or the people he work with, he stops them. And so I'm the only guy who's going to go, and we can go rounds and rounds and rounds. I'm that good, and he's that good, and so we just keep going. But, yeah.
And, like, that you are that good, right? Like, and at 118, you have to really catch attention. That you can't just be pretty good. You have to be special, right? Do you look at like, okay, I can go 18, 22, 26, do you say how high can I go and how many, because it's a matter of when, right? How many world titles am I going to win and how many different divisions?
First, like my main goal is 118 and 122. And as long as I'm making that weight comfortably, there's no need to go to 126 unless I can't get any fights at 18 or 22, then we'll move up to 26. But
and they got plenty of talent for you at 18 and 22. Like there's plenty of
and if the time comes and I need to move up, and then I'll move up. So it just depends on what my body tells me to.
Again, it's been a pleasure watching. Like you kind of burst on our scene. I guess it's been about a year, right, since your pro debut, right?
Yep. December. Yeah.
This last December, and you've been one of the best young prospects to watch. When are you going to be back in? When can we expect you back in the ring?
Man, after this letdown, they told me to prepare for 6 weeks. So we still in the gym. I was in the gym today. We back in the gym. Of course, I ain't taking no damage. I didn't fight. So we just gonna maintain and stay in shape and just get ready for the next one.
What your opponent missing weight by that much and everything, and you still went to camp. You still made the weight. How frustrating is it to put in all that work and then your opponent doesn't make the weight?
Oh, it's very frustrating, but everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that, and so I just gotta roll with the punches on that. Of course, I wanted to fight, but you never know what God had in store for me or what could have happened. You might was saving me or saving him from something, so it's all good. Keep it moving.
So February, 6 weeks puts us into February.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that are we talking the Barrios Thurman card or do you not know yet? Are they gonna let you know?
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know
Okay.
yet, but I'm pretty sure that's a possibility.
Who you got in that? Barrios or Thurman?
Man,
I don't know.
that's a good fight. I don't know. Keith Thurman haven't been in the ring in a minute, so I honestly don't know. Barrios I like Barrios. He's young and
another Texan.
he can fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, another Texas, San Antonio, I believe, right?
Yep, San Antonio.
Yeah.
It's like it's been a pleasure watching you. We're going to see you about 6 weeks from now. Michael Angelletti, let everyone know where they can find you on social media.
Oh yeah, Instagram team_Angelletti and Twitter Angelletti_1.
I wanted to ask you: is there, we looked at the landscape of 118? Is there one particular champion that you want to fight? Like, I know maybe we're a year away or whatever, but like, is there one? I know Rigo. He doesn't have a belt right now, but he is kind of still the man at 18. There's Daenerys. Is there one that you're kind of eyeing more than any of the other? Like, that's the one I kind of wanted to throw.
Not really. I know they got also Inoue, I think that's how you pronounce
it. Inoue, yeah.
Yeah. Any of the top guys. I don't really have I just want to be the best. I want to fight the top guys eventually. So no one in particular.
First time I saw you fight, I said that's going to be a multi-division world champion. Don't make me don't prove wrong, right? You got to win. I need at least two belts out of you, 18 and 22.
Oh yeah, of course. It's coming. Matter of time.
Michael Angelletti out of Spring, Texas. Thank you for your time, champ. God bless.
Thank you.
All right.